A great moment for so many of them. As I said, 9 players making their debuts in London this weekend, and they've entertained their friends and family as well. Heading over to Pool D again, Samoa against Scotland. Rob Vickerman into the breach, Joe Burns.
Thank you very much, Ricky. Well, this England team has really invigorated the crowd here at Twickenham, and it all started with a comeback win against the team on the left, Scotland. The usually genteel streets of Twickenham, well, a robbery was reported because Scotland finished their opening pool match thinking, where did it go wrong? 17 points they led, and they finished losing 19 points to 17. Jamie Farndale and Jordan Edmonds, 2 big boys full of tries for the Scots, and Robbie Ferguson and Lee Jones reintroduced into the team. They bring experience and class. Craig Chan takes control of this one, and Scotland have a tall order against Samoa, who since rejoining the series with no less than 9 debutants when reintroduced, have performed like a team who've been around the block for years. Rob Vickerman, a big match already on day one.
Oh, what a start we have had. It's continued, this flowing, it's persistent here at Twickenham. Scottish success in that first game is the fact they've got some flowing words in the middle, but it's heavily punctuated with Edmonds and Farndale on the end of the line. However, that is a recipe made many times over by Samoa.
Well, Samoa get us underway and into the hands of the Scots nice and early. Lee Jones returning this season for the first time since 2019, been plying his trade in the URC, the Pro 14. Jamie Farndale is taken down beyond the 22. This Scottish team yearning for a victory at pool stage level. They just can't buy a win at the moment. Flattered to deceive, haven't won a pool match since against Wales in Singapore. And Samoa, who impressed last week in Toulouse, are a stern test. Good defence from the Samoans early to force Scotland to the edge.
Going to see plenty of those tackles coming in, committed with their shoulders.
On my left, green on my left.
Dismiss the handoff right underneath the ribs. That's your golden zone, that's where you want to be. Look at the impetus, throws Farndale almost into the hoardings.
Shortened line out, and Samoa come away with it. Looking to release their mercurial players in the back line. Look at the footwork and the desire to get their hands free. Robbie Ferguson, the infringer at the breakdown, taken quickly by Matavao, distinctive in the scrum hat. And here comes Samoa, dummy switch, almost opens up, but Farndale bites in and gobbles up his opposite man. Matavao in the middle once again. Owen Niue, 2 tries in the last game, but adjudged to have gone backwards as it slips from his fingers. Penalty to Scotland.
Back 10 blue.
Here they come, the Scotsmen in their change strip, needing a win after going down to England. Well, there's the strength, a big Jordan Edmonds. He can't be stopped even by the might of the Samoans. And Scotland open the scoring. Big celebration coming from Jordan Edmonds.
He's done it. He gave it to John Cena. That's what we wanted to see here. Jordan Edmonds, what a mountain of man, gets round the Samoans. That is not easy. That's like knocking down walls, puts it down. And here we go. His time is now. You can't see me. Yes, pal. Oh, that's brilliant. Do a away session with John Cena, that's what can happen.
Well, the conversion is struck sweet, but it just sails to the left of the upright. And I mentioned Scotland haven't won a match since defeating Wales in the pool stage in Singapore. They haven't won a pool match, and that day Jordan Edmonds scored 4. Is that try an omen against this supercharged Samoa?
I cannot believe they've been so long without a pool win, because this Scotland team have everything you need to do well in sevens.
They reclaim the kickoff. Ferguson back at Toulouse, and he's really making a difference. The fulcrum in the middle. In at the base. Scotland looking to find Farndale in the 15-metre channel. Head down and direct. Samoa, blue jerseys pouring through. Farndale. Quite ponderous from Scotland, but the show and the go. He says, big man, Jordan, whatever you can do, I can do better. Left wing, right wing. The big men for the Scots are doing the job.
It's all about the bookends for this Scotland team. Power personified. This time, one of the more original Flying Scotsmen finds his way down the middle of the track. Checks himself out on the big screen. He's straight in, but he is soaring.
Well, it's a supercharged start by the Scots. As 5 turns to 7, the extras added, and Scotland leading Samoa 12 points to 0. That man has a huge haul of tries for Scotland, 132. No one touches him in the try-scoring charts for Scotland.
And he's a man who have got massive memories here on this very pitch at Twickenham. That is going to be galvanising itself.
Well, beware Scotland. They made a fast start against England, 17-0 they led at the break in their 100th match on the series. But they were the ones looking bewildered as they went down 19-17 in the end, and Samoa launched their retort. Boot to ball, but well gathered in by Grant Hughes, chasing back.
You disappeared. General play.
A messy breakdown. And it's the Scots who come away with it. A bit of matadoring at the breakdown.
Yeah, a little bit. I think probably about 12 discretions there, but referee Chan, think about right. First one was stolen, then it was open play. And then, as you mentioned, lost balance. Penalty to the man in the green and the blue. Opting for a scrum, just taking their time a bit, getting a bit of composure back in the game.
Well, Scotland dominant in possession. And it's actually something that they were starved of in Toulouse. They had some of the fewest carries, fewest assists in France. And making amends here, certainly in this match against Samoa at the moment. And Scotland look to strike from deep. What a try would do for them here now. Into the hands of one of their magic man, Kalim Barreto. All wrapped up, the Scots. Hard going, getting out of this position so deep in their 22. Nice break, stop and go from Farndale.
Stay.
Ferguson sees the blue jerseys fly up in his eye line, a shortened line.
Knock on the ground. From green.
Well, the ball squirts out, and Scotland will be relieved that there was a knock-on, because Apelu Maligo was probably going to coast in.
Okay, let's go.
And look how few errors there are so far in this half fix.
It's a real testament to how skillful these players are. We talk about the exhaustive nature of sevens. To have that level of skill, to very rarely make mistakes, it really does put these players on a completely different level of athleticism.
Barreto with the put in. Scotland are going to go. Scotland has got a lot of pace in their heels this morning in London.
Play on.
And they have numbers here left if they can find the pass. Farndale calling for it. Farndale holding his width, and another show go. Farndale, what can he do? Weaves back inside, has support. The tackle's falling off uncharacteristically from Samoa, and surely Scotland can do it here. They have the numbers, they put the hammer down, but that is a brilliant one-on-one tackle, tight to the touchline to close the half. Half-time here, Scotland leading Samoa 12 points to 0. Well, Samoa, questions to answer from a Scots team that look in charge.
Yes, certainly. Could be an impactful moment at the end. Jordan Edmonds not walking well on the far side. It looked like he got thrown off the pitch and just rolled his ankle.
Well, that injury will be a concern for Scotland. Jordan Edmonds, what a fantastic find. He was in the Six Nations squad for the Ireland match. Brought in by Gregor Townsend, but he's really making a name for himself on the series as we listen into the Samoan half-time team talk. A man whose words were treated like his tackles back in the day, unminced from Brian Lima. Big game coming up afterwards there at the New Zealand All Blacks, smarting from their lowest ever pace finish on the World Series in Toulouse, warming up in preparation for Canada, who lie in wait for their final pool match. That's still a way off because it's all eyes on Scotland and Samoa, with the team north of the border in command at the moment, although that kick from Robbie Ferguson sees possession back to Samoa, gives them an opportunity to strike from the halfway line early. Matavoa just turning, weaving, finding alleys with turquoise jerseys in. Niue slips through the tackle, still Niue. Oh, frees up the right hand. And the offload was almost perfect before it is plucked off by Femi Sofalarin in retreat. Here comes Scotland.
Backwards, play on.
They try and force the pass too much in a risky area of the field, and they are punished emphatically. Niueli Leitufia, debut last week, first try of the series today in London.
Well, there's Femi Sofalarin getting the old left hand in the flight line, and then double collision. Paddy Kelly, loose carry. A Scottish sandwich with a bit of Samoa bread. And the outcome is pretty simple.
The conversion is good as well. The deficit reduced to 5 early in the second half.
Oh my God.
I wonder if that mischievous deja vu is going to be creeping into the minds of the Scots. Very tight call on that kickoff. Looked to have gone 10.
The old magnifier out. This is what they do. Refs need to know. All the Samoans want a 10.01. Ah, you've got to give that. There's no one near competing. Play on Addison. They won a series with dominating the kickoff back in 2009. Many of these players, I actually got to say how old they would have been when 2009 was on. Let me feel old, but that's what Scotland are concerned about.
We can see right there, that's what we're speaking about the Scots' nerves jingling and jangling. That 7-point lead they blew against England in their last game against Samoa, which ended in a 19-all draw. Well, they led by 12 at half-time there as well, so...
Crouch! Bind!
I'm not sure how much that is actually the psyche. You want to just get on with the job. You kind of know that things have been underperformed previously, but they've got a big old task against them here.
Ferguson puts boot to ball, and Femi Sofalarin is in hot pursuit. Makes things troublesome for Steve Onasahi. Onasahi regathers the ball, drops it on the toe. It's end-to-end at the moment.
Straight off your feet.
And his enthusiasm to retrieve the ball. He drops on the Scottish player, and an easy penalty for Scotland.
You can see he wanted to contest the ball as it was on the floor, but you can't do that. Ross McCann sheltering, Barreto goes down for it. It just a little bit clumsily. Sometimes you get away with those types of collisions, but because he then tries to rip the ball whilst on the floor, he's always going to be asking a few too many questions of the referee there, but either way, Scotland opts in
straight
for the scrum. And looking to try and get Femi Sofalarin into some space. He's their gas man.
Time off. All right, set your mark. Are you happy?
Yep.
You can come close. All right, stay.
Well, there he is, the man known as the chiropractor in his day, due to his uncompromising style of tackling opposition players. He needs some big defence from his Samoans here as Scotland look to strike through Femi Sofalarin. Dances back inside, but he's well watched by the blue-jerseyed Samoans. Farndale, second try scorer. Remember, Scotland losing Jordan Edmonds to injury. He opened things up.
It's a move.
That's quality defence.
Farndale, and then your knees is down.
Realised he was trying to be held up, but because a secondary Scottish player joined it, it instantly becomes a maul. If no Scottish player joins it, it remains open play. Really good from Samoa, because as soon as it's a maul and then becomes unplayable, they get the ball back. So let's have a look at it. Farndale at this point, open play. Paddy Kelly touches him, therefore it's a maul. All Samoa need to do now is either fall down or continue as they are, because it becomes unplayable. Defensive mastery from the Samoans.
Time back on. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Leitufia, one of the newest Samoans in a team full of new Samoans on this series. They've been exciting everybody as they've acquitted themselves so well, but trailing here against Scotland. Almost an opportunity on the switch with Matavoa. Nice feed. Apelu, Maligo. Oh, what strength through the tackle. And Falaniko is still going. Will he be caught? Just short, he reaches.
Holding on, extra roll.
But the referee adjudges held in the tackle, and he's gone for a crawl, a penalty to Scotland, and a huge let-off.
That's a big call, this, because if he is not held, he doesn't have to. Kicks through this one. Femi Sofalarin, what a tackle. Does enough to get him down. I don't think he's held there. And if he's not held, doesn't have to let go of the ball. Big call from Chan.
It was an absolutely brilliant last-ditch tangent. Look at the penalty count for Samoa. That's really killing them across the series. They're the most ill-disciplined side on the series. We've already seen 2 yellow cards for them today as well. But that time, they can be aggrieved at being penalised.
Yeah, absolutely. Discipline the factor, but that's just bad luck.
Well, the line-out ball not going to hand, and Samoa are looming.
High tackle. Time off. High tackle, direct contact to the head.
Well, no sooner have I berated Samoa for their discipline and yellow cards. Alec Coombs, who's only just come on the field, is yellow carded for Scotland for a high tackle. Just over a minute remaining of this half. Onosai ties it up with a try in the left corner.
Well, again, some form of referee redemption, I feel, in that far right-hand moment. But again, 6, so difficult to defend the width, even with Femi Sofalarin's pace. He's tracking sideways. Onosai has got the flags flying.
That is a thing of beauty.
Oh,
Pat Lam enjoys it too.
Big smile from the big man. Just clocked himself on screen now with the Bristol Bears. Talk about legends of the game. 2 right. Come on, Pat, crack us another smile.
Well, Pat Lam did great things in this very stadium, leading Northampton Saints to European Cup glory back in the day. I wonder if a bit of a sprinkle of his Stardust presence is going to inspire this Samoan team onto great things here too. They lead by 2, 20 seconds remaining of the game. The first time Samoa have led. Remember, Scotland with that 12-point advantage at the break.
Coombs will remain on the sideline, just 20 seconds left to play. Scotland have to think about next tactics, next play.
Play on.
Well, the next play, the order of the day, is to retrieve the kickoff. At the moment, under great duress, Samoa have it, but that penalty will be the ball game.
The Scottish players looking amongst themselves. 17-point half-time lead against England. This time 12-0 gone as well.
Well, Scotland just can't buy a pool victory at the moment. They blow another half-time lead and go down to Samoa, 14 points to 12. Dejection on the faces of the Scots.